Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're returning. It's Fiery Moon and I'm here to just do a guided collective reading. I will be doing this in the form of a Celtic cross, but I do have the Dreams of Gaia Tarot to grab the overall energy. It's not tied to any specific zodiac sign. So as always, just take what resonates and leave the rest. As I'm recording this, the sun is in Taurus, and it'll be moving into Gemini on the 21st. The moon is in Gemini, and today we will also have Mars moving into Leo. So I'm just going to see what messages Spirit has for us. And I'll also be using the Lustrous Tarot for the Celtic Cross. So let's see what messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection do we need. We just had the new moon in Taurus, which, you know, the energy is still around. So feel free to check out that reading if you like. But let's see what messages need to come through as it pertains to the current energy for the collective. I'm gonna get one more. Ooh, bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups, which, you know, it speaks to, pardon the glare, you know, it's connections, relationships, it's being, you know, emotionally, you know, on the same page with the person, place or thing, but this energy does feel like a person. For some of you, you know, it could be a relationship. It doesn't have to. It could be a friendship. It could be, you know, just a connection that you have with something or someone where there is some conflict. We have the Five of Wands. And then up under that, we have the Ten of Wands, followed by the Three of Pentacles. So what this makes me feel is like, you know, for some of you, there could be, you know, some conflict or tension within a relationship that has just become, you know, almost too overbearing or burdensome with the Five and the Ten of Wands. The 5 to the 10 is another 5. So, you know, there is, you know, another 5 of Wands here. And especially with the Two of Cups, you know, you could be at odds with something or someone. You could be feeling conflicted about a relationship. But it's almost like what I'm feeling with this Ten of Wands is like, like they're playing Usher's Let It Burn. Like, whatever it is, whether it's a relationship, it's like you may need to just let it go. Because, you know, if it's this tumultuous, like the Five of Wands, it's almost like it feels like there's a battle of egos. It could be competition, you know, it could be fighting, arguing. I never even noticed, like, his hand was in a punch. You know, his fist is balled up. But you know, the Five of Wands is a very physical energy. And we do have, you know, Mars, like I said, moving into Leo today. So this could be a masculine energy that's, you know, like almost, it's giving me the energy of like, you know, angry with themselves. I don't know if it's something that you've done. But with the Three of Pentacles here, it's making me feel like, you know, the Three of Pentacles is a card of, you know, collaboration. It's teamwork. And it almost feels like there isn't any teamwork in this dynamic. It's like a constant fight, a constant battle. And what the Death card is saying, you know, that needs to change. Something, you know, the death and rebirth here. There needs to be an ending to whatever situation this is for you. So let's grab the overall energy. What's going on, Spirit? What message do we need for the collective as it pertains to the current energy? Too many. And I was going to say that with the Three of Pentacles because I felt it. We have the Faith card. Can I get one more? Take them. We have the Emotion and Intellect card, and then we have the King of Earth, which is the King of Pentacles. And what this makes me feel like is like if you're a masculine energy, your intuition is telling you to kind of like end that whatever situation that you're in right now with the energy that we've seen at the bottom of the cups. Yeah, because with this Five of Cups energy, it's emotionally draining. You know, there could be some regrets with the Five of Cups, some remorse, but this is how you're feeling. And it's like, I almost feel like this faith energy, like the star, it's almost like you need to exercise, you know, some emotional intelligence in whatever this situation is. And with the emotion and the intellect card here, but with the faith, it's like trust what you know is coming to you via your intuition, via, you know, how you're feeling emotionally. It's like you need to trust it. If something is telling you to get out of the situation, you need to get out of it. But, you know, the King of Pentacles is a very hard and can be sometimes stubborn energy. You know, unwilling to, you know, budge. They like things the way that they like them. They can be an energy of, you know, someone that's set in their ways. But let's see what comes out via the tarot. And again, we have, just at the bottom of the deck, we have that Sun, Leo energy. So I'm going to get all the cards out first. This King of Pentacles energy, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. You don't have to be those signs, but it is earth energy. What messages do we need as it pertains to this energy in this spread? so bottom of the deck, we have the Fool, which is, you know, the energy of, you know, taking a leap of faith, trust in, you know, in spirit, God, the universe, the divine, you know, heading off in a new direction, going in a new direction. It's the first step on a new journey. For some of you, like I'm hearing like a get out, get out. Whether you're being told this or, you know, like in conversation, that's how I feel. You need to, you know, leave and get out of whatever situation it is. It could be, again, with the Six of Cups, it could be getting away from, you know, a past person, place, thing. Regardless of what it is, it's time. It's time for something new. Because it's almost like with the Eight of Wands and the Devil, this almost makes me feel like separating the cards from this Fool, because this is a repeating pattern. Whether it's for ego or self-gratification, with the Nine of Cups coming after the Devil, it's like it's almost like a never-ending loop. And it's time for you to like break the cycle. It's time for you to get away from that. It's time for you to get away from that. And this Devil energy could be anything. It doesn't have to be a relationship. For some of you it is. But for, you know, others of you, it could just be a toxic way of thinking, being. It really, you know, with the Nine of Cups here, it more so speaks to like, you know, ego and, you know, a pattern of self-gratification energy. But it's time for you to, again, like all I keep hearing is get out of it, because it's not fulfilling. It's not fulfilling you. You may portray that energy with this Devil and the Nine of Cups, like you're happy here, you're happy in it, but I don't feel that here. It almost makes me feel like you're kind of restricted. Then we have the Nine of Wands at the bottom, but it's like, it's almost like with that Nine of Wands, for some of you, you know, it's giving me the energy of, how can I say this? It's almost like you don't, this is what you're used to. So, you know, it's hard to break a pattern. No matter what type of pattern it is, it is hard to break a pattern. But it's almost like the longer you stay in it, the more, you know, it's almost like the tighter the reins or the chains are going to become. And it, like, I'm getting like the energy here with the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Cups, like, do I really want it? Do I really want this? Is this what I really want? And for some of you, the answer is no. But for some of you, it feeds your ego with the Strength card here. You know, it's you know, it's ego-based gratification that you're getting from this. For some of you, it could even be like a sense of control. You know, like, it's almost giving me the energy of wanting to be like the man, but it's almost like you're using the energy the wrong way. So let's see, let's look at the situation. What's the situation? The Queen of Wands. What's crossing? We have the Emperor and the Death card. What can we see? The Chariot. What we don't see. Swamp scene. Eight of Swords, the recent past. The Hangman, the near future. Four of Wands. What do you need to know? The King of Swords. Challenges or obstacles. Challenges or obstacles. The hopes and fears. So many hopes and fears. The Page of Swords. And the possible outcome. Possible outcome. Too many. Can I get less cards here? Six of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Pentacles, which is, you know, automatically bringing me to this King of Pentacles energy, this masculine energy. This Four of Pentacles is an energy of, you know, holding back. It's a very stubborn energy. It's, you know, being guarded. But we'll get to it because, again, it's almost like immovable energy. And it's like, if you're unwilling to budge, if you're unwilling to move with the Three of Pentacles, like, or excuse me, the Three of Wands, which is an energy of, you know, like, you know, your ships coming in. It's almost like you're blocking the ships that you actually want to come in. And it's like it's almost like the energy of like you're waiting for something to come, but you don't want to take the action towards it. It's kind of like contradictory energy. But the situation we have here is the Queen of Wands, the feminine energy. So again, we do have the King and Queen of Wands out here. For some of you, this is in regards to a relationship. But for others of you, it doesn't have to be. But I'm going to read the cards as they are and how I see them. And there's almost like, for some of you, I don't feel like I'm going to, you know, say it like this. For some of you, you could be in a relationship with this Queen of Wands. You don't have to be. But the way I'm feeling it is like this is the, you know, the center of the reading. It's a feminine energy. She could be, you know, very attractive. Or you could be highly attracted to, you know, if you're a masculine energy, a feminine that sits in this fire energy. But with what's crossing, we have the Emperor and the Death card, which, you know, the Emperor coming out in this position, you know, there's almost like a controlling nature within this masculine, which has clearly showed up here in the Four of Pentacles, that needs to change. It's almost like this person, you know, whether it's you or someone you're connected to, just because I'm saying masculine doesn't mean that it's a man. It could be a, you know, a female. there's a need of for control that either this person wants to has. Like, it almost feels very dominating, like energy. So whoever is in the masculine energy, that dominating energy is what's crossing this situation, that need to control, the need to be in charge. The, it could, with the emperor again being in this position, it could be, your ego is just has, completely taken over. What we see, or what we can see, is the Chariot. And this is, energy, saying like it's moving forward. It's a progression energy. It's taking charge, but in a more balanced and disciplined way. The Chariot is, the emperor is in the Chariot, but it's almost like he's more grounded emotionally, which this current masculine is not, with the Five of Cups being here. There's a sense of integrity and discipline that, for some of you, you could see within a person, or, this is energy that they know that they need to harness. Like I said, because it's almost like this masculine energy is harnessing the emperor in the wrong way. It's more like of the shadow side than, the light side, rather. So there's a need for balance with this Chariot. And there's almost like, the way that I'm feeling it is like this masculine energy knows that. You see the two sphinxes on here, one's black and one's white. It speaks to having that balance. The Chariot, it's Cancer energy, it's cardinal water, and it's very intuitive. And with it coming out in this position, it's almost like you need to allow your intuition and your intellect to be in alignment to help you move forward and use this energy the right way, because it's not bad energy, but it's just being harnessed in the wrong way. What we don't see is the Eight of Swords, which is, this is that restrictive energy I was feeling, and some of you are putting this energy on yourself. This is, the Eight of Swords is looked at as like a self-imposed imprisonment. It's, having, feeling stuck mentally. And it's almost like being in the position of what we don't see. It's like you don't want to like almost acknowledge this. It almost makes me feel like you're in denial. And the only reason, you would be in denial is when, you know something to be true and you don't want it to be that way. The recent past, we have the Hangman, which lets me know like you've been thinking about it. You've been thinking about, taking some action and leaving a situation, possibly, or at least it's been on your mind. But the Hangman is a self-imposed position as well. You kind of like, how can I say this? This is like a pause. So in the recent past, you've had a pause. You took a pause to, try to gain a new perspective. For some of you, it's, you took this pause to see like if this is what you really want, whether it's a relationship, if you're in it with someone, but if not, this could be someone that you want to go towards, this feminine energy. But with the Hangman being here, it's almost like, I don't know why they're giving me so many Usher songs. Because they're playing Caught Up now. And it's like, you've just been, stuck. For some of you, you've been, caught up in your own head. But for others of you, like I'm feeling like you took this pause in the recent past because in the near future, this is what you're seeking. You're seeking balance. And that's one of the reasons why with the Four of Wands, I feel like for some of you, you're not with this person. But I'll clarify the Queen of Wands, because this is what, you want. You want stability. You want a happy home. You want you know, the energy of, like, because the Four of Wands is joy, it's happiness, it's celebration, it's a coming together. You want that. You want it. So for what you need to know, we have the King of Swords. You already know what you need to know. It's very clear to you as the King of Swords. He has the Ace of Swords. You know what you, it's like you know what you want now. Whatever perspective that you, or whatever pause you took in the past has brought you to this King of Swords energy. And we have 3 kings out here. So all of the kings make the emperor. So I don't feel this is as different people. The only king that's missing is the King of Cups, which is this, why you're in this energy. It's almost like you don't want to acknowledge your emotions. So it's almost like you're wallowing. You're wallowing. But for what you need to know, you have everything you need to know. You have it. You know it. Because you see the King of Swords, what he's done through this pause, he's released himself. He used that Ace of Swords to cut himself down from the Hangman. But he can also use it, and it feels like, someone has used it to free themselves from this Eight of Swords. Some of you, if you're not there yet, everybody works through the energy differently, but whatever truth or clarity or information that you received, you can't be in denial. You can't be in this energy with the King of Swords here. You can't. You can't. So for the challenge or obstacle is actually taking the action and investing in what you want to invest in with the King of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. You need to shift your focus. You need to take action and shift your focus and work on what it is that you want. For some of you, if it's this Queen of Wands, you have to go for it. You have to take action towards it. That's that Fool energy. The challenge or obstacle is, the hopes and fears is the Page of Swords. Because this is the challenge or the obstacle. This King of Wands. So your hopes and fears is, for some of you, it's communicating via the Page of Swords. Because he wields that Ace of Swords. It's actually like putting your truth to action. For some of you, your hopes and fears is communicating this to someone. But what I more so feel like with it coming out in that position, the Page of Swords, is like making sure that this is what you want. It's almost like you're trying to get more information, but look, you have it. The Page of Swords has all the information, and the King of Swords does too. For some of you, the hopes and fears is like, in regards to this Four of Wands, he's looking at this Four of Wands like, again, it's like, is this what you really want? Like, I just want to keep saying that. Is this what you really want? Because if it is, it's possible. You just have to believe it with the faith. And for some of you, your intuition is pushing you towards this. It's pushing you, like, look at this. Like, this is 2 people. And this is another reason why I feel like you're not with this person. It's shared. The King of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. It's almost like you two have the same vision. But the masculine energy is kind of just, they're scattered right now. Like, they don't know. I don't know who the hell. Pardon that background noise, y'all. But of course, everybody wants to, you know, the weather's changing, so you're hearing all of the weed whackers, lawn mowers. So I apologize for that. But again, there's like a shared vision. And for some of you, you could be wondering if this Queen of Wands has the same vision that you, like if your goals are aligned. But it's fire energy, so it's almost like you guys do, like the way that I'm feeling it, you desire, you want the same thing. There's a shared passion, shared desire here. So for the possible outcome, we have the Six of Pentacles. Are you willing to compromise? If you're willing to compromise and work with this other person with the Six of Pentacles, it seems like, you know, it's a go. But if not, if you're not willing, you know, to invest, you know, it's almost like, how can I say, the Six of Pentacles is, you know, it could be a card of balance, but it could also be a card of, you know, breadcrumbing. If you're not going to be all in like this Chariot, then, you know, so this Six of Pentacles, between the only Pentacles we have out here is the 6 and the 8. You need to decide. It's the Two of Pentacles. You need to make a choice. There's a choice that obviously needs to be made. So I'm going to clarify this Queen of Wands. Tell me about this Queen of Wands. That was the Five of Cups that tried to come over, you know, flip over. And tell me about this Queen of Wands. Why is the Queen of Wands? Whoa. Yeah, this is someone that you want. This is someone that, you know, makes you feel like they're like your wish come true. And for others of you, this Queen of Wands is someone who is, you know, they're happy within themselves. So look, and even at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit, the Eight of Wands, and the Fool. You're being guided towards this person. The energy is trying to show you, and like I said, I felt that star energy. For some of you, you need to take this leap of faith. You have to like go in the direction of what it is that you want. You can't want something and then not want to go towards it. But it's going to require you to, you know, for some of you with the Tower and the Three of Wands, you have to like get rid of all of the old, you know, connections or people, places, and things that you were previously, you know, at least trying to work with, because it's a conflict. It's a conflict. So you have to be willing to, you know, forge and build with the Tower and the Three of Pentacles. You have to be willing to get rid of the old to allow room in for the new. I'm gonna get one more for the Queen of Wands. Yeah, look, the Sun. There's light being shown on this feminine energy. And it's almost like with the Queen of Cups at the bottom, they could, you know, have fire and water within their chart, but the Queen of Cups is the Chariot. This person is the Chariot just within themselves, if they're embodying this energy. Because I do get fire energy off of the Chariot, because the Chariot, you know, it moves fast, it moves forward. That's fire energy. But it comes from a place of emotional discipline, emotional intelligence. It's emotionally driven, but in a balanced way. And then look, here's that Five of Cups. There could be regret or loss over this feminine energy for some of you. But I still don't feel like you're with this person. So if you're not in the situation, like, you know, where you're in a relationship, this reading isn't for you, because it's not coming out that way at all. And genuinely, like, this Queen of Wands is in this feminine energy. She's, you know, very, you know, happy and secure within herself. So she's attractive. That's what makes this feminine energy attractive. And if that's what you want, like, go get it. But the challenge or the obstacle is you actually, you know, doing it. For some of you, it's actually, you know, your focus is gonna have to change. You know, you're gonna have to, you know, almost like almost pivot. You're gonna have to pivot. You're going to have to leave anything in the past behind, because it's almost like it cannot come with you if you go towards this person. It cannot come with you. There needs to be a clean slate, a fresh start if you're going to go towards this person. Or, you know, if it's vice versa, them you. But they have to be willing to, you know, do it. Tell me about this King of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, because that's where it lies. Look, the Queen of Cups. Just reiterating what I said. You have to be willing to follow your emotions. You have to be willing to follow your heart and put in the work. What is this Page of Swords? For the hopes and fears. Oh, I thought that was one card, but it wasn't. The Page of Swords. Yeah, going for it. If this is really what you want, you need to go for it. And then we have Libra and the Justice card. Doing what you know, what's right. You know, justice can represent balance. It can represent, you know, karma. But it also, you know, represents, you know, truth and justice. I almost feel like this Knight of Swords is like you feeling like maybe you don't want to rush into it. Can I get one more for the Page of Swords? Like it's almost like you're afraid to, you know, how can I explain this? Because the Knight of Swords, it's almost like you don't want to be impulsive, which is understanding. You know, you don't want to feel like you're making a rash decision, but sometimes you have to be willing to just go for it. So it's almost like you're self-checking yourself. Again, like, is this something that I really want? And you're looking at the Six of Pentacles. For some of you, you know, the Seven of Pentacles is an energy of, you know, it's the energy of reaping the harvest. It's an energy of, you know, analyzing and, you know, assessing. And, you know, like, it's completely understandable. Like, you don't want to rush into, you know, something that, you know, maybe you feel that you can't uphold. But the way that I'm feeling this Seven of Pentacles, especially with this here, with the Six of Pentacles being the possible outcome, it's like, yeah, you will reap the rewards for your efforts. But it's almost like You have to be willing to compromise. Because that's what I'm getting off of this here. You have to be willing to compromise and to actually work and not, just do something for what you're going to get in return. Not just invest in something for what it can do for you. And it's bringing me back to, that self-gratifying energy. It's not about that. And for some of you, what this energy is saying for the hopes and the fears is to not look at it that way, to get rid of that mentality, because that can be what this is too. It's like you're trying to, assess the situation before going into it. And that's an energy of like prejudging something. And the cards are saying with the Knight of Swords, like, cut that out. Get rid of that. You don't need to do that. So let me get one. It's saying, before I get one for the Six of Pentacles, it's saying the Ace of Wands. Make a decision. Go, it's follow your passion. But with the Seven of Swords here, it's almost like don't let it be for the wrong reasons, It's not time to, I know this is going to sound, vulgar to some, but it's like stop thinking with your penis if you're a man or your vagina if you're a girl. Stop thinking, like that, because it's not, you need to, rationalize your intellect. Like, it's not about that. Because it is an energy of like, again, like taking. You're doing it for, again, like for the purposes of feeding your ego, which is like almost stealing from the feminine energy. Someone that knows their worth, knows their value. Because there's a pinnacle that she's holding on to. You have a pinnacle, but it's like, well, I'm not going to give up my pinnacle if they're not going to give up their pinnacle. So it's like someone is trying to find a way to like get this pinnacle from the feminine energy. And it's like, what? Like, where's your mindset at? To, how can you're looking to benefit. And that, at the end of the day, that is stealing. That's having a hidden agenda. And the cards are saying you don't need to do that. Because y'all want the same thing. But this feminine energy it's like showing up with the Queen of Pentacles. Because now we have three, you just seen three queens. They're not going to sacrifice their own value for this. Yeah, y'all could have the same vision. Y'all could want the same thing. But this feminine energy is not going to let it take away from them, which is what, like, kind of like you're trying to do. Like, this is that controlling energy. So tell me about the Six of Pentacles, and then we'll grab the guidance or advice. Why is the Six of Pentacles here? It's not about, giving to get. It's about reciprocity. And you can have reciprocity with this person, but your mindset is just like, nah, I gotta, it's almost like a one-upping energy. And you can't do that if you're trying to create a partnership. You can't have that mentality. Yeah. So we have the Knight of Cups. I got one more for the Six of Pentacles. Oh, I knew she was going to show up. I knew she was. The Queen of Swords. Yes. And then look, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Like, this could be something that is long-lasting, that leaves a legacy that's, emotionally fulfilling and stable and, even financially beneficial for you both. But you have to be willing to compromise with this queen, with this feminine energy. You can't want to take from them. You have to be willing to compromise. because they're open to it. And like I said, this feminine energy, they're not gonna budge. Their sword is front and center. So, they're open to discussion, but they're gonna hold their stance. And they're willing to share the dream with you. Because this feminine energy is about sharing. This is like someone that would, go through it with you. But you have to be honest and, say what you want. You have to communicate. But then we have the moon at the bottom, which is like, it's unknown territory. Like it makes me feel for the both of you. But where it's like, it's almost getting the masculine energy down, feeling like, they took a loss, or, feeling like very regretful. This feminine energy is looking at it through a different lens, like they have a different perspective, and that's what it is. But it's almost like this masculine energy feels like, sharing and opening up and being vulnerable is not something, maybe, it's something that they did in the past, and it left them hanging out like this. But look, what this masculine doesn't see is that Two of Cups, which was the initial card that we started out with. And then here's that Five of Wands that we seen right after that Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Let's grab the guidance or advice. What's the guidance or advice? Can I get one guidance or advice card for the masculine energy? The King of Wands, which is here. Go act. This is an opportunity, but you have to take action. So then we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Two of Pentacles. But you have to be willing. Like I said, that Two of Pentacles was here between the 8 and the 6. And then we have the Ace between the 6 and the 7, and the 7 and the 8. Here's the Ace right here. You have to make a choice. And it's not even that you would be compromising. Like, I don't feel like that energy, because this person, like, they show up. They show up. And you have to decide, like, are you really ready to be this emperor? Can you really truly be this emperor and, not want, like, because there, like I said, there's a dominating energy within this masculine that just wants to, like, take and, like, control it. But you can't control this person. They control themselves. So it's kind of like you have to do the same thing. So the guidance or advice for the masculine is like, if this is what you want, this Ace of Pentacles, you have to act. But you have to decide that. So let me get one for the feminine energy. What's the guidance or advice for the feminine energy? And you could be either energy, the masculine or the feminine. What's the guidance or advice for the feminine energy? Whoa, so many. Can I get one for the feminine energy? Yeah, the feminine energy, I was just getting ready to say, like, just keep, with the Heaven and Earth card coming out for the balance, for the guidance or advice, it's like, just keep maintaining your energy. keep maintaining your energy. Because the heaven and the earth card is, just like it says, like it gives me like that as above, so below. And with this feminine energy being, as showing up like this, it is like almost giving me Empress vibes. Because we've seen all the queens. The only king we haven't seen was the King of Cups. So I'm going to look for the Empress and the King of Cups. But what I feel the guidance or advice is for the feminine is to just maintain it really is the Chariot energy. Look. Because then we have the Fool and the Queen of Cups, which is basically saying, like, keep following your intuition. Whatever your intuition is telling you, just keep following it. And that's how you maintain this heaven and earth energy. So where's the King of Cups? He's with the Six of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. See, and then the Page of Pentacles, that new perspective that was gained. They're looking at it. They're emotionally, but they, like I'll say emotionally, they're still holding on to, emotions that they need to move away from. It's almost like they can't. Like, again, with the Six of Cups, it's like they keep going or reverting back to a certain pattern. And it's time to break that pattern. Where's the Empress? Look, what did I tell y'all, feminines? Keep following your intuition. Because you're in your power. You're in your power. Especially with the High Priestess and then the Fool. And with the Three of Cups, like, you may want to, again, it's almost like I said before, you want, like, the Three of Cups can be a card of, emotionally, being fulfilled and having others to share it with. And you could, just be, surrounded by friends or have friends or, very loving connections that support you. This is having, like, almost like the support of the universe with the Magician behind that Three of Cups. But like I said, Empress or feminine energy, keep following your intuition as it pertains to this situation. All right. Telling me to get one more advice card, so we'll get one, the guidance or advice for, just the shared energy between the two, and that'll be the reading. Oh. Yep, we have the Abundance card. Like, again, it's that Ten of Pentacles. You both want the same thing. This is what the energy is between the two. Abundance. Where the feminine is able to maintain, like I'm seeing it like, an Empress, they maintain their garden. They're able to sustain. And the and that's what feminine energy does. But the masculine energy, takes action and, is the provider. They use that fire energy to create, and the feminine energy sustains. So I'm not shocked that this is here, for the shared energy between the two. Like, you create through that Ace of Pentacles, masculine energy, you'll create the Ten of Pentacles with the feminine energy who's able to sustain it. And that's what you want. Let me see real quick. 15. There's plenty, like, to be had and shared between the two, is what that makes me feel. And I'll just read the key phrases because these readings are long. So it says, abundance is a state of plenty. Abundance is a feeling. Abundance surrounds you. Have faith and conviction. Complete trust is required. Your rainy day is today. Determine your goals and reasons and set intentions. A state of contentment is not influenced by external factors. Relax and enjoy yourself. Generosity ripples outwards. The more you give, the more you receive. Appreciate and be grateful. It says, what is abundance? Abundance is defined as a state of plenty. When the abundance card appears, it signifies a feeling of abundance, of appreciation that opens you to this abundance that surrounds you. In turn, this feeling gives rise to an abundance consciousness. A person with an abundance consciousness is one who is always helpful, seeks a fair and equal exchange of energy, and sees potential and opportunity in all experiences. To create and open ourselves to abundance and embrace an abundance consciousness is our seventh reason for being, and potentially one of the more challenging purposes, because it requires absolute faith and conviction. It requires complete trust. Abundance consciousness is a state of contentment and fulfillment that is not influenced by external factors. Regardless of whether the experience was good or bad, one with an abundance consciousness sees the whole experience and learns from the whole experience. Abundance embodies a way of living that does not change regardless of whether you have more or less in your life. Abundance cannot be earned, given, bestowed, or taken away. It is contentment born of fulfillment and appreciation. Abundance means to see and appreciate the wealth that surrounds us, not just the material wealth, but the abundance of energy, love, nature, spirituality, food, enjoyment, and time. Abundance is a perpetual state of evolution, expansion, and growth that is mirrored in all that surrounds us. If you do not see these things, you may be restricting the flow of abundance. Perhaps you have blockages in place, beliefs that you have you seeing a lack or scarcity, and embracing an idea that everything is limited or will run out. Abundance is about giving and receiving in equal measure rather than controlling, taking, possessing, or hoarding. Being generous and appreciative and grateful will help you to experience abundance. Being loving and giving love will help you receive love. Being respectful will help bring respect to you. Giving with the right intentions for the right reasons. Sharing what you have without fear rather than dwelling on what you do not have. These will help bring wealth to you. Remember, however, abundance about giving simply because you can and want to, not because you want something in exchange. And that is where the feminine energy gives, because it's in their nature. This feminine energy, this masculine energy is, it is coming from a place of scarcity, coming from a place of lack. And it's like, nah, don't give to get. Just give and you will get. Don't that. I don't know, y'all, but that is the reading. I thank you all for tuning in with me. Sending you all love and light. And I will see you all on the next one. All right? Later.